Hello, everyone. This is Katie Novotny calling in from Premier Marketing. I want to thank you for joining us. As you know, it is Long Term Care Awareness Month. We are super excited to have so many options to discuss this year. And the one big thing I wanted to do was I wanted to bring your attention to one of our newest products. It's been out for a little over a year, but I think the big thing to note with this is the opportunity and flexibility we are seeing. With that being said, I am thrilled to have Andrew Gabriel from Equitrust here with us today. He's going to discuss his fixed indexed annuity that has a long term care component, which has become a really top topic of planning, of looking at long term care differently, and truly, the underwriting concessions have made it to have a really vast and wide audience. So, with that, Andrew, you ready to take it away?
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you for having me on today, Katie, and appreciate for all you being on that you jump on to this call. Our product's been around approximately about 2 years now. Bridge has been very exciting for us from the standpoint of having another quiver in the pouch, so to speak, for our products here at Equitrust. Bridge is, you know, very much like a hybrid to a long-term care plan. It's not a true long-term care, and the reason I say it's beautiful that it is a hybrid is there's a lot more flexibility, like Katie mentioned. So I'm going to move on to a little bit of the product itself, the agenda today, and where we'll cover. We'll address the long-term care coverage gap, where we're different, a little bit of the wellness program, our product details, product positioning, licensing and training. And then we'll go a little bit over, there's a video, but actually we're talking more about the microsite that where you would go to find all the information out, whether you're running illustrations, whether that's where you would do the application, you would schedule underwriting, or find any marketing material for yourself or the actual client. Why Bridge? And most of you are in the long-term care space, but as you know, and I know that Bridge is definitely needed for people that are needing long-term care. What makes us different? Well, we have an index annuity chassis. We are flexible premium. We do have a simplified underwriting process. We do have a wellness program to this. It is an indemnity claim process, and a custom LTC benefit that one size fits none, so to speak. And then the charge structure, the fees are very minimal compared to our other competitors, and then the completely digital process. Obviously, as you know, and a lot of you already know this, the dilemma that we have, or the problem, is 88% of the insurers offer traditional long-term care coverage. 75% of those people will be turning 65 today, will need some type of long-term care coverage. 66% of those caregivers use their personal savings or their retirement accounts to pay for that. And then 88% of the adults between ages 50 and 80 want to age in place to live in their home and not have to go to a long-term care facility. As you can see here, the cost of long-term care, and then the cost of skilled care. How can Bridge help fill the gap? Hence the product Bridge, to bridge that gap for your clients. Here are three of the objectives that we are looking at when it comes to that. Number one, ability to protect and grow your assets under the index annuity with the different indexes that we have to offer. The actual long-term care coverage, which is the rider that we have to offer. And then also the wellness, that's our NeverStop program on here that we can go into a little bit later. And then that fills in the bridge. Here's an example of long-term care coverage. We have the different underwriting classes: preferred, standard, and secure. And it really depends on a couple different things. There's 5 questions that are involved when you first answer to what you'll be getting. If you answer the first 3 questions, then you're automatically secure. But if you answer all the 5 questions no, then you can move on to the underwriting process. and either get a preferred, standard, or secure rating. This just goes to show the power of that percentage. If you were to go in at age 55 with a preferred rating at 100,000, 325%, you're looking at an initial benefit of 325,000 at age 55. So that goes a long ways. Here's the product details. Ages 55 to 80. Okay. Minimum premium of 50,000. Currently non-qualified only. We are looking into qualified. That will be coming down the time frame hopefully soon. I don't have a time frame right now, but hopefully soon. That they are currently working on it though. Like I said, it is flexible premium. It is a 10-year surrender charge. It does have 10% penalty-free withdrawals after the first year, like a regular index annuity. And then it has the accumulation value potential of the 5 indexes plus the fixed account, and then the flexible benefit base. Here are our indexes currently in the rates that are in the bridge product. So very competitive index rates that we do have to offer, participation rates, caps. You're very familiar with the S&P 500 cap. We do have a participation on there as well. So a lot of great ones. The Focus 50, Barclays, and the Mark 5 are one of our volatility indices indexes. Those are definitely have been performing pretty well now since the rates have been dropping, the Fed rates. Here are the riders that are available on the bridge. A nursing home waiver, terminal illness rider. Those are normal on an index annuity. But we still offer those on the bridge. So automatically included at no additional cost. Then you have the long-term care rider. I always make an example. It's kind of like a lifetime income benefit rider, but instead you got the long-term care rider on here, automatically included. But there is a charge for that, the premium load of 1% for the first year. And then you got a monthly charge based upon the net amount at risk, which is the long-term care benefit base minus the accumulation value. And then you have the NeverStop Wellness rider that we've talked about. That does have a $100 per year charge. Here's the automatically included into the contracts again. Guaranteed issue, cannot lapse, meaning that you are guaranteed approval. There is no denial on this. So that's one huge perk to that. We're not going to deny you from coverage in this bridge product. Tax-free LTC benefits, flexible coverage, inflation protection with a 2% roll-up for 20 years, and then the ability to add additional coverage through the participation of the NeverStop Wellness Program. Now here is the long-term care rider and breaks down a little bit of the features of the benefits. Like I said, the benefits provide on the long-term care base. Client chooses the initial benefit base up to the coverage ratio, depending on their age and the actual rating or risk class that they do get at their underwriting. It is a maximum year one LTC coverage up to $1 million. So that's the max they can get. Here's how to access the benefits when you submit a claim. Very simple and easy when it comes to this. It's just the doctor. We have a form that the doctor would fill out if they're unable to perform 2 of the 6 ADLs or have severe cognitive impairment. Doctor provides a plan of care, and the client must be a U.S. resident. The nice thing about it is they don't have to be confined in a facility. So that is one huge thing when it comes to this long-term care, unlike true long-term care where you have to necessarily, if be in a long-term care facility, here's once again, the flexibility to be able to be in your home, to take care of your necessities when you want to feel at home on that. The benefits indemnity based, like I said, no receipts required like true long-term care requires. There's annual certification required to continue the benefits, meaning the certification of the doctor saying you're still failing 2 of the 6 ADLs, and then the benefits of tax-free for that money. The insured underwriting process, we partner with Assured Allies. This is a state-of-the-art underwriting process. It's a video that takes less than 30 minutes, as you can see here. 100% guarantee approval. No one is declined. Very quick decision, whether it's secure, standard, or preferred. There's no medical or prescription records. Like I talked about in the beginning, there's 5 pre-screening questions that you can find out on our microsite that will determine whether or not they will go on to the underwriting portion of that. There's built-in fraud protection and designed to limit human bias and judgment on that underwriting process. Here's David, a hypothetical example, age 65, retired, single with 3 grown children. His objectives: live independently as long as possible, preserve his assets, and avoid burdening his children for assistance as he ages. Initial premium of $250,000. You got a preferred underwriting class. The coverage ratio at age 65 would be 315%. So as you can see here, 250 times 315, that's a $780,500 initial benefit base. That's a nice, sizable asset there to help you in long-term care needs. David's successful aging plan, this comes into play with the NeverStop Wellness Program, the sleep health, addressing the hearing loss, stress reduction. David's going to be doing to help out not having a sedentary lifestyle. Now, here's a perfect example, again, kind of a little bit of an illustration, so to speak. 10 years later, after a decade of healthy living with David. As you can see here, it was $787,000 initially. The new benefit has grown up to $959,000 with that 2% roll up for 10 years. So that's a nice thing. And then you got your NeverStop Wellness credits. Your total benefit base at claim is $1,027,911. So your monthly benefit divided by 60, you're looking at $17,132 a month for up to 5 years. And as you can see here, this is the initial benefit base, but with that 2% and then your NeverStop Wellness credits, that gets you up over that $1 million mark. Some of the sales opportunities, as you know, 1035 exchanges from annuities or life insurance that the cash values are lower, and we have better rates on our indexes, money market, checking, savings, CDs. We call it dusty money, so to speak, that's just laid around. Here's a great opportunity for that. Clients previously uninsurable for traditional long-term care, because as we know, half of the people at age 65 do get denied, and then a lot of them can't afford it or simply don't want to afford it. And this is an alternative to that traditional long-term care and the annual reviews. Licensing and training. As Katie was talking, you guys are going to be our long-term care agents. So you already have this stuff, but just making you aware of what you have to have across the board to sell the Bridge product. Equitrust product training. When you do get first appointed with us, there will be an all-in-one product training with our index annuities, with the lifetime income benefit riders. We'll have our Bridge product on there. So it'll all encompass one actual product training that will allow you to qualify to then sell Bridge. The Bridge microsite. This is something that I almost, strongly recommend you go out to. If you have any questions, go out here, write down your questions as you go through things, because this is your Bible, I always say, so to speak. This is your marketing materials, your illustrations, your calculator, your underwriting, and your licensing. Everything is a one-stop shop here where you would do this. So I would recommend going out. Like I said, the marketing materials will give you a lot of great information to be able to really get an insight on what the product's all about. I'm here to be able to answer any questions. Obviously, Katie's there. If she's not around, give me a call. If I'm not around, give Katie a call. Work as a team here to assist you in any way, shape, or form from that standpoint. But I just wanted to, go over a little bit about the sales experience from the full digital process to make it easier for you, your clients. It's an electronic application process. There's no paper application. Just like I said, less than 30-minute underwriting video, and then the quick underwriting decision that comes back pretty quickly from that standpoint. So I just wanted to thank you today for having me on, Katie. And if there's any questions, like I said, feel free to reach out to Katie or I. But like I said, Katie, appreciate you having me on today. Is there any other things that I could share with you today that might be valuable to your agents?
Well, first of all, I appreciate your time. Can you go into the policy limits again? What kind of funding we can use? If
Yeah.
there's any multi-funding or anything of that nature, can you go back to that real quick? I just really want to emphasize the flexibility of this.
Yeah, let me go back to the page there. So it's a minimum premium of $50,000, non-qualified only funds. But I think we were talking about, where those funds you could come into play, and that would be like such as 1035 exchanges from annuities or life insurance, your money market, checking, savings, CDs. Like I said, kind of that dusty money that's sitting there um, from that aspect. So 50,000, that is the minimum, and it is non-qualified assets only.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, I think that this really has done a nice job of highlighting the flexibility, showing where we have some opportunity here. I know a lot of our agents right now are getting ready to meet and discuss RMDs, things of that nature. But I think there's a lot more things that need to be discussed, including things like this. Big thing I want to explain to everyone is the underwriting. I personally have gone through this with some other agents, and the underwriting is incredible. We have had a lot of success, a lot of preferred rates where sometimes there might be situations where we couldn't even look at a traditional option, but the flexibility on this product has been incredible. So, with that, Andrew, I want to thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And for anyone that has any questions, please feel free reach out to Andrew or myself. My number here is 800-365-8208, and my extension is 226. I really appreciate it. And Andrew, thank you again, and everyone have a great day.
Thank you, Katie.